Hi everyone, welcome to my webinar. Today I will guide you started with game development using the Cocos Creator. Actually, I have built the game previously, and I will show you the complete version. So let me quit all the Cocos Creator and get it from scratch. I hope all you guys have downloaded the started project and the resources and the Cocos Creator shared in the link. Then if so, then you can follow my steps. Okay, sorry. So if you install the Cocos dashboard and Cocos Creator, you will get a dashboard. Here I have opened the two projects, and I can remove it first and reopen them. So if you install the Cocos dashboard, and you will see the screen like this, and you will need to download the Cocos Creator separately because in the dashboard you can use different versions of the Cocos Creator, and I have downloaded the 2.3.2, which is the latest version of Cocos Creator. And in the project tab, you can add a new project. For example, I can add a complete project. Yeah, I will. So just in the root folder and select project, and then you can open it. And this is a completed game. So it can be run in the simulator. It's a very simple game, and actually it's from the official tutorial of the Cocos Creator. You just see the pink monster with jumping, and you use the keyboard to control it to pick these stars, and pick each star, and you will get one score. If the star is vanished and you didn't pick it, you lose the game, and the game will repeat start over again. Okay, so let's see how to build this simple game. And we can open another project. Open the project, the start project, which we shared in the link, and click open it. So you see it has some assets here, but there's no script. There's nothing here, and we need to build it from scratch. First of all, what is Cocos Creator? The Cocos Creator is a complete package of game development tools and workflow, including game engine, resource management, scene editing, game preview, debugging, publishing on one project to multiple platforms. So actually it's a Cocos engine, and with a very featured editor, and we can build the game inside it. So what the game is composed of? The game is composed of assets. What is assets? Assets just like images, sprites, sounds, and all the artist things. Assets like these audios is assets. Yeah, you can play the audios here. And you can see the textures here. Is a background, is another ground, and the purple monster that you see, and the star. They are just some images. And this is a bitmap font file, but we won't use it in this game for now. Okay, so before start to create a game, we need to understand the layout of the game. Actually, in every Cocos game, it has a single director, like a director of a movie. So each game can have one or multiple scenes, just like a director to direct a movie, and multiple scenes. And in each scene, there's a node tree. So each, like, there are a lot of nodes. So like an image and canvas, widget, a button, each of them are nodes, and you can add one node as a child to another. So as a director, first of all, we need to create a scene. So click here, right click here, and create a scene. And we can name it game. So this is a game. This is our game. And it contains a canvas, and it contains a camera. Because of 2D game, so the camera is just you. It's just from you. Your eyesight is like the camera. So the first of all, we need to add a background to the scene. Just drag it inside the canvas. Everything should be the canvas. Canvas means the screen of the game. Okay, and we can see the background like here, and we want to stretch it. And click here and stretch it, make it bigger. Also, we can see the properties of the node. You see, is a node the property. For the anchor point, make it the 0.5, 0.5. It means the anchor point, this little circle is the anchor point, is on the center of the image. And the size, yeah, now is 1,440 and 1,003. And we can change the size, like any size is okay. And we can see the size of canvas is 960 and 640. So we make the background is bit larger than the canvas. Okay, the second step, we can add a ground to the scene. Yeah, yep. Actually, is added to the canvas. So the ground is look like this. We can make it make the width larger. So we can make the width the same as the background. For example, we make it 1200. And for the height, we can reduce it a bit to make it looks better. Yeah, so this is a ground. And then move it to the right position. So the thirdly, we need to add our player, the purple monster. So the purple monster is here. This is the purple monster. Until now, we didn't write any code, so if we just run it, you won't see anything, just stay here. Then we want it can jump like the computer complete game. So to make it jump, we need to write some code to make the code well organized. We can create a separate folder for the scripts. And Cocos Creator, it supports two scripts, JavaScript and TypeScript, but I prefer TypeScript because it's type safe. So we create the script player. So this script is for the Purple Monster. If I double click it, you can see the Cocos Creator already generates some skeleton code for us. But there were some errors in the TypeScript linter. But thankfully, Cocos Creator, it provides a VS Code workflow, so we can just click these three menus sequentially and go back. All the lint errors are gone. And it has nothing. It has nothing for now. But we need to make it jump. So how can we do it? First of all, we need to create a property. Property is a feature of the Cocos Creator. In the property, you can define the type of the property. So for now, we define the jump height. We can also define the jump duration. The duration of each jump. Okay, let's just define these two. Then here are some lifecycle callbacks. So what is a lifecycle callbacks? Actually, each script component, it contains some lifecycle callbacks. The most important four are these four. They unload. So when a script is created, the unload callback will be invoked, and then start when it's attached to a node. Then every frame it will execute the update. So what is a frame? So frame is like when you see a movie or some animation. Actually, in every second, it plays like 24 frames or 30 frames, and you will see the animation is animated. It's run smoothly, so it calls the update. And then the on destroy. On destroy means if we destroy the node and the component, this callback will be called before it's been actually destroyed. So we want it to jump when it's loaded. We can initialize the jump action. on the onload callback. So we will write a function set jump action. So how can we make it jump? Jump means you need to jump up first. So we will use an action. This.moveBy. It is created by the Cocos Creator. Actually, it's from the Cocos Creator game engine, Cocos 2DX. So we define the jump duration, and we define the start position, and the destination position, and we make it smoother from the based on some cubic. Then we define the jump up, and then it can jump down. Similarly, jump duration, and it from jump from the top to the bottom. And then we need to repeat this again and again, repeat it forever. So use the repeat forever and make these two actions sequentially. So first we jump up and then we jump down. Then we define the jump. You see there's an error because we didn't define it at the member fields of the class. So we need to define it. The type is the action interval. Okay, then we jump it. Then we define the jump action, and we need to make the purple monster to run this action. Okay, then we're done. And let's run the game for now. Nothing happened. Why? Because we just write the script, but we didn't attach it, bind it to the purple monster. So how can we bind it? So we need to add a component and see the custom component. There's a player. This player is the script we write. Just add it. And we need to define the jump height. The unit is a pixel, so we define the jump height is 200 pixels and jump duration like 2 seconds. And let's say it again. Oh, it's jumping. But it's jumped very slow, and we can change the duration here. Yeah, the jump is faster. And we can go back to the code, and you see the property. If we define the property, then you can change the value on the editor, and you don't need to set the value on the code, hide the value on the code. So it's very convenient for the game designer to adjust the values of the game without touching the code. Okay. The next step, we need to move the purple monster by the keyboard. So how can we do it? First of all, we need to find some properties about the move, so we can define the maximum speed. Also the accelerator. And we need to define some other flags like accelerate left, accelerate right, and boolean flag. Know that which will control it to move left or to move right. Also the current speed on the axis. And then we need to register some handlers to listen our keyboard event. So we can listen the on key down and key up events. These two are two callbacks. We can write here. So on the callback, inside the callback, we need to check the key code from the event. So if we press the key A, we want it to move left. If we press the key D, we want it to move right. But if we release the same key, we want to stop it from move left and move right. Okay, then we finish the code about update the flag. And now we need to update is the position. So remember in the update function, the callback will be invoked every frame. The DT means the delta time of this frame between the previous frame is usually like the 30 milliseconds. Then inside here, we can update its position. If it's moving left, we update its acceleration, update the speed by the acceleration. Sorry, it should be this one. If it's moving right, also update the acceleration. The negative speed means it's moving left, and the positive speed means it's moving right. And remember, we define the maximum speed because we don't want it to speed up to the very high speed. Then we need to claim the value to ensure the speed is not exceed the maximum speed. Then we can use this. And we're done. And the most important thing is we need to update the position. This line of code is updated its position, update its x coordinate because it's moving horizontally. So speed times is its position. Okay, let's run the game again. So if we press the game, press it, nothing happens. Yeah, why? Because we didn't define these properties. So the maximum speed is 0. We need to give it some reasonable value, like the maximum speed is 500 and the acceleration is 300. Let's run again. Yeah, you see, you can control the monster by the keyboard. It can move left and move right. That's cool. And next, what we should do, we need to yell to the stars. And we can, I think I can open the complete project, then we can compare that what else we need to do. Yeah, you can see the stars are spawned randomly. So the next step, we need to work on the stars. So where are the stars? We don't have any stars. Okay, we just have this texture. Similarly, we need to put it in the scene, then we have a star. But we just have the star, we don't write any code. Also, we need to write a code for him, for the star. So create a TypeScript code, star. Then we need to rename the class from the new class default name to the player. So we have this from the new class name for the star. Then what should we do for the star? Okay, for now, it looks like we don't need to do anything. We just need to pick it. Maybe we can define a property. The peak radius of the star. Peak radius means how close the purple monster with the star and we can determine it's picked. Okay, for now, it's okay. We just need to create a star. And we also want to create another script. We name the game script. The game script controls the entire logic of the game. Okay, the first logic is to spawn the stars randomly. So how can we do it? Yeah, to spawn the star randomly, we have to make the star be a prefab. Prefab is a reusable component in the Cocos Creator. So how to make the star be prefab? Very simple. Just drag the star from the node tree to the set. Yep, you see, this is a prefab. If you double click the prefab, you can see it has a node star, and you can do things like this. And outside, you can use the JavaScript and TypeScript to clone the prefab as many as you want. So now we need to create a prefab from the game script. First of all, we need to define the prefab. And on the onload, we want to spawn a new star. So just write spawn new star. We can write this function. So first of all, we can instantiate a new star from the prefab. So we have instantiated, we need to add it to the node. Add it to the node means add it to where? I want to add it to canvas. So to add it to the canvas, we need to attach the game script to the canvas. So this is another way to attach the component to the canvas. Just drag it and drop. Yeah, you can just attach multiple scripts, but we just need one. Okay, this is a prefab. And you see, by default, the prefab is none. And we can just drag the prefab from the assets to the script component. And now we set a value of the prefab. Then we add, after we initiate the new star, we can add it to the canvas. Also, we want to make the position randomly. So for new star, we want to set position. We want to make the position randomly. Cool. Then let's write the function to get the random position of the new star. So note we have defined the ground of the ground. We don't want to generate a star under the ground. That's want to be above the ground. Then we need to get the coordinates of the ground. How can we get it? Yeah, to make it easier to get the ground height, we can make the anchor to 0, 0. So now the anchor point of the ground is on the left button. And we can set the position here. Let's set it back to the 0.5, 0.5. You can just set the y to negative 250, so it's like this. Okay, someone needs me to explain the prefab again. Yeah. The prefab is a set of components. Is a component that is a node that contains of a set of components which can be reused in the game. And we can use the cc.initiated to clone the component, the prefab, as many as we want. Mm-hmm. The prefab, you see, is like another sub thing. And we can also add the script and some other components here. We will add the script later. Okay, then let's go back to the game development. Yeah, and we need need to get the ground node, because we need to get the ground height. So we add another property of the ground.
Hey Bill, there's a question. It says, can you explain the prefab again?
Yeah, I just...
you want to take it later?
Okay.
Okay, we can.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the prefab is a reusable node with a set of components. It can be reused by the code. So we can clone the prefab as many as we want by this API, the cc.instantiate. Okay. Yeah. Another question is, on which platform can game be published with Cocos? It's many games. By using Cocos, we can build the HTML5 web game, which can be run on the browser. We can also package it for the iOS app and Android app. Yeah, hope it answered. Okay, let's go back to the game development. So we need to get the ground y position is from ground dot y is its position, and we can need to know the ground node's height. Real time is anchor point. Y. And then we can generate the star randomly. The y position of the star is determined by the ground because we want to generate a star above the ground. So we use a random function, generate a star. And we also need to ensure the purple monster can pick the star always, so we don't want to make it jump too high than the player's jump height. So we need to get the player. But how can we get the player? We need to write another property to get the player node. Then from the player node, we can get the player script. You know, the script is a component, we can get the component, and then we get the script. And we defined the jump height. Define the jump height here. Then we can use the jump height directly from the component. And we can define the max x of the position because we don't want to generate it outside of screen. And we can randomize the x coordinate of the star. And we just return the vector of the star. Okay, get new star position. Your title here, sorry. Yeah, we randomized it. So how it look like now? Something wrong because there was an error. Yeah. We forget something. We forget to attach the ground node to the game, to the script. Then we need to attach it here. Let's run it again. Yeah, but why there are 2 stars? Because we already put a star here. We don't need a star here because we have make it with prefab. Delete it and run again. Yeah, we just see 1 star. That's cool. The next step, we need to write the logic to control the monster to pick the star. So how can we do it? Yeah, to pick the star, we need to calculate the position of the pop monster and the star to check the distance is less than some threshold. If so, we can determine its pick. Then how can we do it? There, just remind, we have defined the peak radius here. Peak radius is the threshold. Then we need to, in the update callback, every frame, we need to check if the monster's distance is less than the peak radius. If so, we can consider is picked. Then we need to write the 2 functions. Player distance to get the distance of the player position. But from here, we can have no access to the player. But because it's a prefab, we can just drag the node like the game to the stars, and to get the player is not a good, because the prefab will be used elsewhere. So we can hold an instance of the game. We can set an instance here. And we will, when we spawn a new star, we can set a reference to the game. So like this. Then after the star is spawned, we can, from the script of the star, we can access to the game instance. Okay, then we delete. Now, in the script of the star, we need to get the player's distance. And it's easy. Just to get the position. And then we can calculate the distance. The current position is a vector. and subtract the vector of the player's position. And make it. Then return the distance. Here we got the player distance. Then we need to pick it. So once the star is picked, what should we do? We need to spawn another new star, right? So spawn another new star and destroy the current star. So destroy the current star. Okay, let's run it again. Oh, we still have a script error. Can't set the property of now. Property game of now. So let me check. Yeah. The reason why is I think I have attached the star script to here. So get component is now something interesting. Let me run it again. Oh, sorry. So from the log, you can see the error can't set property game of now. Yeah, maybe I need to reattach the prefab. No. So something wrong. Let me check what happened. Why it can't get the component of star? It's kind of embarrassing to get a bug like here. Yeah. So I see the component it didn't have a star. We have to attach it. But it's weird, I have attached it before. Yeah, I think I have attached it. Yes. Then we run again. Yeah. No, we don't get the error. And we need to pick the star. Wait, doesn't pick. Yeah. Maybe we set the position too small, radius too small. So what is the, no, it's not small. And let me check what is the distance is, and run again. Yeah, we can see it print the distance. So make it closer. Oh yeah, looks like it's too small. And we can set the value larger, like 500. It's unpicked. Execute it. I don't know. I'll debug it. Yeah, it's unpicked. Then it's good, but where is the second star? It's unpicked, but I don't see the second star. So something wrong. Then it will spawn a new star, and we will yield a new position here. So let's check. Whether the star new position is outside of the screen. Mm-hmm. Yes, we see the spawn new star, but the star looks not spawned correctly. Oh, looks the y coordinate is incorrect. So something wrong. The random y is not correct. And let's see, how should we fix it? Yeah. I should not times it, I should plus it. Oh, it's too high. Yeah, looks, we got another bug. The star springs, we need to reduce the peak radius. But it's a bit higher. We need to make it a bit lower. Oh no, still a bit higher. A bit lower. Yeah. But the radius is not correct. Let's go back to the distance and see what the distance here. Yeah, it looks the distance is a bit large. Then what happened? I think the distance should not be that large. So let's reduce. Oh, okay. So anchor point of the monster is wrong. It should be 0.5, 0.5. And we need to move the position of the anchor point, but not the anchor point. We need to move the position here. Then it should be correct now. Yeah. Oh, it's too high. Let's move it lower. Sorry. Yeah. And we should not head in minus 150, otherwise we are below the ground. Yeah, then we can pick the star. So we can make the peak radius smaller. Let's do it again. Embarrassing. Why still jump such higher? Maybe we still need some margin. Yeah. Really? Oh gosh. And we have stuck here. So yeah, it's some kind of difficult to calculate the coordinates online. Okay, let's continue with here. Then after pick the the star, what we need to do next to show some scores. And we need to add a score. So how can we display a score here? We need to create a label. Should be the edit box. Oh no, it's not the edit box, sorry. Which one it is? Sorry, I don't quite remember. Let me check here. Yeah, it's a label. But how can we add a label? And we need to add a label here. Sorry, I don't quite remember why the label doesn't appear here. Oh yes, is a create renders. No, so it's a label. And we can rename it to the score. Also, we can move it. Move it here. We can also edit the string here. And we can change its font. Remember, we have our access. This one. Oh, sorry. This one. You can change the font, so you see the font is changed. And we need to reference the nodes of the label. Rename it the score display. Here we see here's a new node score display, which is now, and we can drag it here to attach the score to this variable. And we need another variable to define the score. So when the star is picked, we want it to gain a score. And we can define function here. Oh, sorry. to gain the score. So what should we do to gain the score? To gain one score, and we need to set the display, set the label. Show it the score, then we gain the score. Okay, let's play the game. Nothing happened. Then what should we do? I think I can make it make the jump height higher. But looks we didn't gain the score properly. Yes, because we need to set up the score initially here. But still nothing happened. So there might be something wrong. Yeah, we have get the score display. When on load, we set the string of the score, but nothing happened. Let me check what was wrong here. Here is a score 0, but why it doesn't work? Why I set the string and it doesn't work? So there might be another thing wrong. It doesn't work. Oh, it's embarrassing to get another bug during online programming. Oh, yes. I assume this is the reason. It's not node, it's a label. Oh no, it's a node, it's not a label. Yeah. Let me see if I don't set. Yeah, looks the score is not referenced correctly. Not sure it's a bug of the Cocos Creator, but I didn't use it before, or let's use the system font and see something happen. No. Let me reopen the Cocos Creator and see if it can be corrected. No. So the issue is the score label is not referenced correctly. So it's not referenced correctly. If I just remove it and run, I think I will get, yes, I will get the error. But I put it here. Oh, I think it should be labeled. Yes, it should be this reason. It should be labeled not node. We can just put node here. Yeah. So this is the reason we should put label, not node. Okay. The final thing is let's add some sound effects. So we can add a sound effect here. Is an audio clip. So once we get a score, we can play a sound. So we can just play it once, so we use a force. And let's see here. Yeah, there's an audio clip here. And we have some audios. So get a score, play the sound. Yeah, you hear, we get a score and play the sound. Run the game. Get a score and play the sound. So the main issue is the coordinate calculation is incorrect. So you see, for this star, there's no way that the whole monster can pick it. And we might fix it by make the peak radius larger, like 80. It can solve the problem at some point, but it's not a great solution. Yeah. Then we can pick the star again and again, so like this. Okay, we have almost done here. Yeah.
Yeah, Wills. We have a question.
Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, give some advice for newbies in game development. Well, first of all, you need to know some programming language like the TypeScript and JavaScript, or for the Cocos Creator, you can use these two languages. And then you can just follow the tutorial of the game engines and check how the game development workflow is, and you can understand some assets. You can understand some key issues key knowledges of the game development, like what the assets is, how to organize all the assets, and how to make the avatar and the players animated, and how to pick it. Then you can get started with the game development, like to just build a very simple game, for example, like this. And after that, you can learn some fundamental knowledges of the game development. For example, the computer graphics, to know how these things are rendered. And you can also learn some how the game engine was built. Then if you want to build some multiplayer games, you need to learn some backend knowledges, like how to build a game server, like that. So the game development is not very easy, but it's easy to get started as a beginner, but there's a very, very long path to dive into it to become an expert. Hope I answered your question. Yeah, then I think we are done most of the game, even though there are some bugs, but yeah, it takes time to polish it. But I think, yeah, we are done for the live program.
Thank you so much, Wills. It was amazing, actually. Thank you so much. Members, actually, I launched a poll where I asked everyone to tell us if they want us to run competitions on this, and you know, or even run more webinars, and almost 90% people said yes.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be keeping you more busy throughout this COVID-19 lockdown.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thanks everyone. Thanks guys. We'll be posting more webinars on the page, and you can always go back to the forum and ask your questions if you face any. And we'll keep updating the resources and the new webinar details that comes up on the forum itself. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.